guys, Colin here. Boutique grade amps are a luxury purchase that most of us will aspire to. Owning a range of different high-end amps from all the greatest manufacturers, however, will take up a lot of room and a lot more of your money. While some guitarists have gone down the digital modelling route to get flexibility and leave a little cash left in their wallets, computer simulations, for some, just aren't as satisfying as the real thing. That's where Syn30 excels. It's a real, physical, valve-based amp system exploiting the concept of interchangeable modular preamps, giving you the sounds of the best boutique amps while saving you space and leaving money in your bank account. Let's hear what this can do, and then we'll talk about the concept behind this customizable amp. The concept behind Syn30 is in essence a simple one. While the output transformer and power valves add to the tonal character of an amplifier, their influence is small compared to what the preamp brings to the table. The preamp is the main flavour, the identity of an amplifier. It's where all the gain, EQ and the sound of the amplifier is formed. Indeed, it's the preamp that gives the recognisable difference between an AC30 and a Plexi, or between a Tweed Deluxe and a Soldano SLO. So what if, instead of each amp having its own similar power section and enclosure, we made just one, boutique grade head shell loaded with 6L6 power valves and the best of construction, and added preamps of all different sorts that could be slotted in and out at will. We could have the flavours, the identity of many of the world's most revered amplifiers in one single hardware system without any simulations or modelling software in sight. But to go one further, not just to have some generic copies of popular amps, but to invite some of the world's greatest amp makers to design their own preamps for the system. Soldano, Dietzel, Morgan, Friedman and others. Many great manufacturers working together to create one versatile amp greater than the sum of its parts. Syn30 in name, concept and execution. The result is this, the Syn30, a 30-watt high-end head with a built-in clean channel and a slot to accept one of the many Syn30 preamp modules so far produced. Each module has 2 channels, giving the amp a total of 3, and there are 2 ECC83 or 12AX7 valves in each preamp module. The amp also features selectable impedance so you can match to your cabinet of choice, an effects loop, MIDI control, and a balanced out with optional cab sim for sending to a front of house in a live environment, or to your audio interface for home recording, and there's a silent mode so you won't disturb anyone in the process. I have a box full of preamp modules here, and for sounds I'm going to select just a few to give you the idea of the range of tones available. To go through each one by one would take forever and is a task that no sane or sensible human being would ever willingly subject themselves to. Which explains why Henning Pauly of HP42 has done exactly that. If you want to hear each and every module in meticulous detail, then the link to Henning's playlist will be in the description of this video. But for me, however, you're getting a best of. Now, the Syn30 isn't the only Synergy product available. If you want slots for 2 Synergy preamps and don't mind losing that built-in clean channel, then you may wish to opt for the Syn50, a 50-watt version of the amp head. Perhaps you already have a nice amp with a good power section and just want the ability to swap out the preamps. Or indeed just want a preamp injector for home recording so you don't have to hook up an amp at all. Well, that's where the incredibly useful Syn1 comes in, a perfect home recording solution or an additional channel for your amplifier. I'm personally very impressed with the Syn30 and the Synergy system as a whole. The 30 watts is powerful and loud with a lot of low-end grunt, and the preamps all represent their respective amps very well indeed. The Plexi sounds like a Plexi, likewise the AC, and so on. I feel that these are far more representative of their sounds than you'll ever get with modelling software. Now, obviously, some compromises have to be made with a system like this. The design and layout aren't identical between the preamp modules and the amplifiers on which they are based. Similarly, the power section of the amp, while offering the best clarity and headroom, doesn't represent the smaller amps where EL84 power valves will be used, for example. But all of that is only minor details. Putting this on a record or using it live will give you the desired sonic effect while still achieving that physical, tangible interaction that guitarists are used to from a valve amplifier. And while it may seem like an expensive system to invest in initially, if you do go down the Synergy route, then there's plenty of options to expand out, try new tones, and secure your favourite amp sounds that will save you money in the long term compared to owning a dragon's hoard of multiple boutique amplifiers. I'm loving it. Being able to swap out preamps is quick and easy compared to swapping heads and cables. This might just save a lot of time in the studio too. As always, if you want to find out more about the Synergy products, links will be in the description underneath this video. And if you like this video and you want to see more content from me, then you can hit the subscribe button, which will notify you of all new content as it comes out. My Patreon's also there for exclusive secret stuff. T-shirts, as always, are available, and there's other videos you might not have seen. But that's all for now, guys. Keep it loud, and I'll see you later. Daddy, no!